And welcome to your summer break challenge. It's a routine that's not just to get a summer body, it's more about feeling confident and strong in yourself, your body, your mind, rather than what it looks like. It's more how you're feeling. But yeah, if we haven't met before, my name is Emma. I am a Pilates instructor who happens to be registered blind. So I do have my guide dog with me. So yeah, he's probably going to steal most of the space. But anyway, let's get ready to go. So we're going to sit back onto the heels. You can be down on your sit bones if you've got knee pain. But I just want to start by warming up the spine a little bit, warming up the body, and yeah, and then we'll get into the main routine. So let's sit nice and tall, however feels comfortable for you. Drop your shoulders away from the ears. Pull your belly button in, away from your clothing. Lengthen through your spine. Take a deep breath in through the nose. And as you breathe out, maybe close down your eyes for a moment and just have a little scan of the body. And just notice how you're feeling. Hopefully by the end of the class, you'll feel energized, you'll feel nice and stretched out and ready for the rest of your day. Breathing wide and full in your ribcage. Either keeping your eyes closed or you can blink them open. Place your hands just in front of you, wherever they are, and you're going to round your spine back. Tuck in your pelvis, your hips in, and then we're going to extend through the spine, lifting through your chest, and then we're going to round back, pulling the belly button in. And then we're going to open back out. And then when you're ready, maybe draw a circle around, shifting your ribs back to the side, to the front, to the other side. And then we go back the other way. So we're just really warming up through the spine. And then come back to a nice tall position. Place your hands and either interlace them behind the head or just simply have the tips of the fingers on the side of your temples, elbows facing out to the side. And we're going to tip over to the side, feeling a little side bend. And then we come up and we tip up and over to the other side. And I want you to feel like you're grounding down through your sit bones, or if you're like me, grounding down through the shins and the feet. And then lift nice and tall. Pull the chin in and take a little twist for me. So you're twisting the whole upper body to the side. And then we come back to center and we go to the other side. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we come back. It's getting so hot in here. So I'm actually on a mini break myself. So I don't even have a Pilates mat or anything with me because I didn't expect to be filming, but it was such a nice space. I thought, oh, I want to film it here. Shake the arms out. Okay, when you're ready from here, come up into high kneeling for me. So where you're resting on your shins, your knees. If you have knee pain, you can do this standing. But I want you to find a nice straight line from your knees all the way up through your body. You're tucking your tailbone under. I might turn to the side so you can see me a bit better. You're going to swing your arms forwards at about shoulder height and sit back towards your heels, hinging the upper body slightly forwards, and then we come up into that high kneeling, squeeze the arms back behind us. Then we go again, we swing the arms in front, thumbs facing up as we hinge back, and then we come up to that tall kneeling position. You can do these squats standing if you need to as well, but we're just getting into the hips, just warming up through those hips and those shoulders. Breathing wide and full. Good. Okay, when you're ready, come all the way up into your high kneeling. Now, if you need to go to sitting on your sit bones to do this, that's okay. You're going to be in the way here, Arch, aren't you? We're going to rest on our right knee and we're going to extend the left leg out to the side, nice and long. We're going to lift nice and tall. I just want to check where my camera is. This is a proper blind moment. Okay, you're there. Sorry for getting so close. But we're going to lift nice and tall. So your left leg is reaching out to the side, nice and long. Foot is grounded and you're kneeling on your right leg. We're going to come back to bringing the hands, interlacing them behind the head or on the temples, and we're thinking about lifting nice and tall. Take a deep breath in, and we're going to tip up and over to the side like we did before, and then pull all the way back up. So really important here, we're not just dropping the elbow down, we're bending up and over in this imaginary beach ball, and then we pull back up. And then we go up and over again to the side, and we pull back up. So we're working for our waist, we're working through the spine. Good. Let's go 2. And pull back up. It's so hot in here. Let's go last 1. And pull back up. When you're ready, place your right hand down to the side. If you need to slide the underneath leg under a little bit, that's okay. And if you need to come all the way down onto your side, that's okay too. Stretch your left arm all the way up to the ceiling. And we're going to do a little twist. So again, you might be seated again doing your spine twist. Otherwise, we're going to tuck that left arm underneath the gap, underneath almost the right armpit. And we look over our shoulders, we twist the spine, and then we open and reach back up. So it's like we're doing a little thread the needle. We're tucking the arm, looping it underneath the other arm, looking over the shoulder, and we lift back up. Now, if you want to make this more challenging, you're going to slide your underneath leg out nice and long, so you're in a full side plank, and you're going to do your twist here, and then you're going to reach back up. And let's do that for 2. And reach up, carry on with that. I'm really conscious. Oh no, my microphone's fine, it's here. And last one. And then when you're ready, drop all the way down onto your forearm. So we're going to be down on our right forearm, and we're going to have the legs tucked behind, and we're resting on our hips. If you need to come down a little bit lower off of the forearm, that's okay. But if you can stay up, then stay up. You want your elbow underneath your shoulder. Your palm is resting down on the floor, and your waist is pulling up. So the knees are bent and the feet are facing, the soles of the feet are facing back behind you. And we're going to extend the top leg out. I've got a nice little rest here because Archie's resting there. But the top leg is going to now extend out, and we're going to do little leg lifts up and lower back down. And we're going to lift the leg up and down. And as we lift up and down, we want to make sure we're not just sinking into the waist. Equally, if you need to come down a little bit lower and do this here, that's okay too. But think about lengthening, lifting through the waist as much as you can. Okay, we're going to add a little bit more. We're now going to reach the left arm over our head by the side of our ear. From there, we're going to rock back. So we roll off of our hip. We bring the knee and the elbow to touch. So we're hugging the knee towards us, elbow taps onto the knee. And then we reach the leg back long, arm back over the head, we stretch back out to the start position, yeah? So we go again, we rock backwards slightly off of the hip, we bring the knee and the elbow together, and then we reach back out nice and long, and then we go again. We pull in, and we reach back out, and we go again, and we reach back out. Let's go one last time. We rock off of the hip, we hug the knee, the elbow in. We are going to up this. We reach back out. We place the hand down by our side. Can we stretch now both legs nice and long? From here, can you lift both legs off of the mat and lower them back down? Again, if you need to do this lower down, that's okay too. Lift the legs up and lower back down. It's very difficult with you here, Mr. Bear, because you're taking up all the space and I'm almost pinned against the wall. Okay, then we're going to add a bit more. So if you feel like lifting both legs is hurting the hip, do just the top leg. If the next bit I'm about to do feels too much, go back to the first option we did. But if you can, we take that arm back up by the side of our ear. I hope I'm not getting the microphone up too high. We're bringing the arm by the side of our ear, the one that's free. From here, we rock off of the hips. We now hug both knees in. Elbow comes in towards that top leg, but both legs are now hugged towards the chest. We reach the arms and legs long. Can we stay hovered with the legs? We roll back off of the hips. We hug both knees in towards us. The elbow comes in and then we stretch back out. We go again, we roll off of the hip. We hug both knees in and we stretch back out nice and long. Can we do this one last time? I'm cheating here because I'm resting my legs on archie. And then we reach back out nice and long and we lower down. When you're ready, let's come all the way up. We're gonna come up and over to do everything on the other side. So when you're ready, we're gonna do the reverse. So we're gonna start with our body all the way down and then we're gonna come all the way back up. So bring yourself down onto your side. You're resting the arm on the, is that right? No, you're resting on your arm, elbow underneath the shoulder. We're this time resting on the left arm. What are we doing first? The bottom leg can be bent with the foot facing back. The top leg is going to be straight. We're going to have this length going through the waist. When you're ready, can you lift that top leg up and lower down? And it might not be much at all, especially if you're tight through the hips like me. Lifting up and down. And if you need to be lower on the mat, that's okay. We're pulling the belly button in towards us, away from our clothing. We're trying to breathe wide and fall into our rib cage as we lift and lower that top leg. From there, we're going to reach that free arm, that should be our right arm, up and over our head by the side of our ear. We're going to roll off of the hips as we bring our knee in towards us and our elbow taps onto the knee. We reach back out long, leg stays hovered as the arm goes back by the side of the ear. We roll off the hip again, we hug in, we reach back. I'm literally pinned up against the wall because of Archie taking this space in front. Thanks, Arch. As soon as we put the rug here, because I was like, I haven't got a mat, what am I going to do? He was like, oh, this is so nice, thank you. You won't believe what we've had to do in this hotel room to get this space. Anyway, when you're ready, place the arm down, stretch both legs long. Can we now lift both legs? If you need to be lower on the mat, that's okay. And we're going to lift both legs up and lower both legs down. As we lift the legs up, we feel the waist pulling away from the floor and we lower down. If it feels too much, go to one leg, that top leg lifting on its own. Lift and lower, last time. Lift and lower. We're back on the forearm. We stretch the arm above the head. When you're ready, we rock off. Oh, I can't, I'm gonna have to move over. Can you move over a little bit? Thank you. He doesn't honestly care whatsoever. We roll back off of the hip. We hug both knees in towards our chest. We bring the elbow towards the knee. We reach back out. We find our balance where both legs are hovered. Arm is back over the head. I sunk into my elbow there. We roll back again. We hug both knees in. Elbow comes in towards us. We shoot the legs out. We find our balance as the arm goes back over the head. We pull back in again, so we rock off of the hip. I hope this is making sense for my blind and visually impaired viewers as well. I'm so sorry if it isn't too, but hopefully it is. Let's go last one. Hugging all the way in. We stretch all the way out and we lower down. Let's come up into that side bend or that side. We're going to go into, my necklace is now going to, let me chuck it back behind me. It's going to hit the microphone. We are going to extend our right leg out nice and long. We are resting on the left leg. The left hand is down on the floor. The right arm is extended. We're going to go thread the needle. We tuck the arm underneath, we look over our shoulder and then we reach back out. If you would prefer to be on the mat doing your spine twist, that's okay. And we lift up. If you want to make it more challenging, you're going to slide the bottom leg out. I'm going to stay here because it's so hot in here. I feel like I'm burning up. But you can slide the underneath leg so you're in a full plank, side plank. Reach up. When you're ready, grow nice and tall. Come all the way up into your side bend. So we're now going to be still kneeling on that same leg. So what leg are we on? I'm mirroring you. We are on the left leg with the right leg extended. We interlace the hands behind the head or to the side of the temples, and we go up and over into our little side bend, and we pull back up. We ground down through the lengthened leg, and we imagine going up and over this imaginary beach ball. So we're not just dipping down to the side, you know, we're going up and over. Let's go 2. We pull back up. Let's go, last one. And we pull back up. We squeeze both legs in. My necklace is stuck. Why did I wear a necklace? We come up to high kneeling. I'm going to turn to the side and I'm going to shuffle back because I'm going to end up stepping on arch. We're in high kneeling. From here, we're going to step our right leg in front. So I can't get my words out. The heel is underneath the knee. Imagine you have books balanced on your head, so you want to stay nice and steady. You may want to have the hands to the temples again. We're going to tuck the back toes under, pushing into the back toes and the front leg. We come up to standing. I'm going to have my arms by my side. We then take the leg that was in front back. So now we've got a right angle with the front leg, right angle with the back leg, like a proposal kind of pose. And then we take the leg that was in front back, so we're back into high kneeling. We switch the legs, we bring the left leg in front. We push into both feet, we come up to standing as smooth as we possibly can. We take the other leg back behind us, then the other leg, we come back to high kneeling. Let's do this a couple more times, alternating the leg that leads each time. Trying to do this with as much control and balance as we can. Let's stay in standing now. And just like we did kneeling, we're now going to do some squats standing. So we're nice and parallel for the feet. Roll the shoulders back and down. We're going to sweep the arms in front like we did before. Shoulder height, we sit back into an invisible chair. And then we come up, we squeeze the arms back behind us. We go again, we sit back for 3, 2, 1, and then we slowly come up. Can we add a balance as we squeeze the arms back? We rise up through the heels and then we sit back again. And we come up, squeeze the arms. We go again, sitting back and coming up. Let's go 2. And coming back up. And let's go last one, we sit back. From there, we fold over the legs. We come down into a squat and we bring ourselves all the way down onto the mat. I'm really sorry, Arch, but I'm going to have to move you over a bit more. Thank you. Okay. Ground the soles of the feet in towards the mat. Nice parallel position. Wrap the hands around the back of the legs. Sit nice and tall. From there, we're going to scoot back. Find this lovely little C curve. We roll the hip bones in towards us. We roll back. Can we take the arms off? Don't worry if you need to hold back on, that's okay. We come up, we bring the shoulders over the hips, and then we sit nice and tall. Can we go again? We scoot back, shoulders away from the ears. We pull the belly button in. Can we go a bit lower? We come up, we sit nice and tall, and then we go again. Tucking in. And coming up. I'm sorry. Did I take your space? When you're ready on the next one, we're going to roll back and we're going to hold it here. Just take a moment to breathe. I'm going to shuffle forwards a little bit. From here, find a scoop that feels challenging, but you're not shaking. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to roll these up. I've got shorts underneath, but I'm so hot. Find a scoot back where you can feel your abdominals working, but it's not an overload. So yeah, you can hold it without shaking. We're going to sweep the arms out to the side, up by the side of our ears, and then back down in front of us. So we go again. We open the arms out to the side, lift the arms up by the side of the ears, bring the arms back in front. Let's do that 2 more times. Open out, lift the arms up, bring them back in front. We got 1 more time. Open the arms out, lift them up by the side of the ears, bring them in front, and then lower all the way down onto your back. From here, we're going to interlace. Actually, we're not going to interlace the hands behind the head. We're going to rest them on the hips. That's to come next. Make sure your hip bones are nice and level. The feet are not too close. They're not too far away. They're nice, comfortable distance. Feet are a fist distance apart. You've got that little gap underneath the back of the neck and your lower back. Nothing too much. And let's feel the back of the head and the shoulder blades, the back of the pelvis pressing into the mat. When you're ready, hover one leg up to tabletop, shin is parallel to the ceiling. Slowly lower that leg down without the pelvis moving. Pick the other leg up and then lower back down. You can stay with this. Otherwise, we're going to pick one leg up, then lift the second leg. If that feels too much to have both shins parallel to the ceiling, come back to the first option. We tap the toes to the floor, we lift back up. We switch to the other leg, we tap and lift. The further you tap your toes away from you, the more challenging. The closer, the less challenging. So you decide. Again, you may be doing this with 1 foot always on the floor. So you're going to carry on with this. Otherwise, your legs can be down or they can stay up in tabletop. And we're going to interlace the hands behind the head. So if this feels too much and you've got neck, back or shoulder pain, please carry on with what we were just doing. Otherwise, interlace the hands behind the head. Let the thumbs run down the back of the neck. Elbows are not too wide, they're not too hugged in. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, pull the abdominals in, nod the chin to the chest, and then slowly peel the shoulder blades off of the mat as you roll the chest towards the thighs, and then you lower back down. Go again, take a deep breath in. We roll up until we got a fist distance underneath our chin, and then it's the chest coming up towards the legs. And then we lower. Maybe the legs are up in tabletop for this. I'm going to keep them down. Let's add a little bit more. We're going to curl up. We're then going to sweep the arms and wrap them around the backs of the legs and deepen our curl up. From here, keep that deeper curl up, but can we sweep the arms out to the side, up by the side of the ears like we did before, reach them back in front, wrap the hands around the back of the legs, deepen that curl up again. Open the arms out to the side, lift them up by the side of the ears, reach the arms back in front, wrap them around the back of the legs, deepen your curl up again. Arms go out to the side, up by the side of the ears, reach the arms in front, deepen the curl up 2 more times. If this is feeling too much, maybe we come back into that half roll down and we do the arm lift here. Otherwise, just 1 more time. On this last one, keep reaching and then slowly roll down, come into a full body stretch. Reach through the arms, reach through the legs, come into this, I said full body stretch. From there, roll over onto your front. Last little bit. I was actually meant to do this before, but I did it in the wrong order. But anyway, we're going to come up onto the hands and the knees. If you've got wrist or knee pain, you might want to be on your back doing one of the other exercises instead. Otherwise, hands are spread nice and wide. If you need to come down onto the fist or up onto the fist rather, that's okay. Or down onto the forearms, that's okay too. We're going to find a nice flat back. Hands are underneath the shoulders, shoulder width apart, knees are underneath the hips, hip distance apart. And we could balance a tray on our back, so it's nice and flat. From here, we're going to see if we can open our right leg out to the side, keep the right angle, and then squeeze it back to the floor. Same leg, we go again, open out, squeeze back in. But can we add the opposite arm now as well? As we open the leg, we stretch the opposite arm out to the side, we squeeze back in. I have not much space to do this, but anyway. If you need to, you can also be on your side. Line your shins to the front of the mat and you can lift and lower your leg here to the side, okay? So there's always loads of options. Let's go 3. Hand can stay down if you want to, 2. And last 1. Pull back in. Let's go to the other side. So when you're ready, we're going to start by opening the leg out and squeezing back in. Maybe we add the arm out and back in. Leg goes to the side, arm maybe goes to the side as well, and pull back in. 4 more times. You can always sit back, give the wrists a little rotate, wipe the sweat like I am. Breathe. Let's go 2. And let's go last 1. Pull back in, last little bit, tuck your toes under, sit back towards your heels. Stretch the arms nice and long. From here, shift the weight forwards over the wrists and then sit back towards the heels again. We go again, we come up, we shift the weight over the wrists and we sit back. Okay. Now, if you want to add a bit more, shift the weight over the wrists, bend the elbows into a tricep dip, lower down, push back up, then we sit back. We're going to get a nice little stretch in between. We're going to come up, do our tricep dip if we want to, push back up. We're then going to swivel the lower body to the diagonal, sit back and get a stretch through the waist. We then come back up and we're going to do our tricep dip with our legs swiveled to the side. We lower down, we push back up, we sit back, we swivel our legs back to the center, then we come up, we do our tricep dip here, we push back up. We swivel the legs to the other side. So the legs are now on the diagonal. The knees are pointing to the diagonal in front, to the side, the feet are to the diagonal at the back. We shift the weight back, feel that stretch. We then come forwards, we do our tricep dip with the legs twisted to the side, we push, we come back up. We swivel the legs back to center. We sit back, we come back up to our tricep dip, we lower down, we push up, we swivel the legs to the diagonal, to the other side. We sit back, we feel that stretch. We come up, tricep dip. Is this making any sense? Swivel back to center, sit back, and have a well-deserved breather. Bring your feet together, open the knees, stretch your arms forwards. Give the wrists a rotate. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Feeling the hips resting. Take your right arm, loop it underneath the left and listen to the floor with your right ear. You can also do this sitting, arm across your heart. I don't want to move the arm across your heart, pulling the arm in. I don't want to knock the microphone. Or on your back, feet together, knees open, arm across your heart. And then do the same to the other side. You'll loop the other arm under, look underneath that arm. Keep pushing the hips back. Feel that stretch. And then come back up. Walk yourself all the way back towards the heels. Sit nice and tall, take a deep breath in, squeeze the legs together. Sweep your arms all the way up to the ceiling. Interlace them above the head and take a nice little side bend. Over to whichever side you want to go. We come up, we go to the other side. You come back up, you press your arms all the way back, interlace them behind your back. Pull the arms back behind you, let the abdominals rest. Lift your chest forwards. And as you breathe in through the nose, take a nice deep breath into the entire body. And as you breathe out through the mouth, breathe out for a little bit longer. Interlace the hands in front of you, round the spine back. And then sit nice and tall, however you want to sit. Hands can rest on your lap. Close down your eyes. And just let the body settle. Breathing in through the nose. And out through the mouth. Blink the eyes open. And you are done. I don't even think I'm right in line with the camera. You're done, hopefully. It's worked the entire body. Hopefully you feel stronger each time you do it. And yeah, I'm gonna go turn on the aircon now because I am sweating. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and I'll see you next time for another one. Take care, bye.